Yay, another arm. Ow. I don't get the gimmick here. Aha! I like that. I don't know what I did, but it worked. Oh, okay. How did I don't know how I did. Somebody said that the dungeon doesn't have chests, so I was just like, alright, I'll just go then. So that's my bad. I mean, I was still looking around, but somehow I missed it. So I just walked right past it. It's fine, I'll just keep breakdancing. Doesn't matter, I'm invincible. Wait, you're telling me that it used to be in a worse spot and then they put it in a better spot and I still missed it? Why not just automatically put you in it? If they were already gonna move it because people were missing it, why not just have like a cutscene? That seems really silly. You'd like put it in a better spot, just have it be... What did I just do? Why did I open my map? If you're worried about people missing it, just do it in a cutscene or something. Doesn't matter, I win anyways. If I just wedge myself right here, it doesn't kick me away for some reason. So, or attack. So... Oh, nope, I can just punch it to death. If this is what you were talking about. I know we're being more open-ended with the backseating for this, but don't ask if things are the final dungeon, please. For future reference, don't ask that question. What? Oh, you gotta hit that part too. You got it, boys. I'm gonna sit here and drink my coffee. I'm a good teammate. How do you get used to so much information on the HUD? It's really not that much information. Like, I'm not looking at most any of it unless I need to. Like, I'm not looking at all that at all times. Oh, and now I'm on it. Okay. Sure. Okay, so yeah, why not just have a cutscene where you get on it? The bulkhead is composed of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You need to divert all power to the Magitech cannon as I did at Castrum Meridanium. The armor's core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if you want to press on. Now listen well. Press bzz, the control bzz, engage auxiliary, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. I just nod my head anyways. Like, yeah, I know what he's talking about. I don't even need Sid's help. Like, I also thought it was weird when I saw people playing... Hold on. You're natural at this. Alright, the way's clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. Oh, my character got genuinely sad about the thing dying. I will avenge my machine comrade. Like, when I saw people playing Final Fantasy XIV, I always felt like this is way too much information. But, like, you're not looking at any of this most of the time. So I'm only looking at the top left if for some reason I care about my teammates' health, which I don't. I'm only looking at the top right if I want to see the map. The right side I'm only looking at if, like, I need mission information, which I don't. So really I'm just looking at this, which is my moves. And really it's just... R2 is these ones, L2 is these ones. Then the bottom's just your health, and then the bottom is just your experience. Then bottom left is chat, which you're not looking at unless you're chatting. So, yeah, I mean, it's all stuff that, like, you're looking at in specific scenarios, but otherwise you're just looking at this, so... It can seem overwhelming, but when you're playing, it's not overwhelming, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. You have been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Is someone there? Garland, old friend, how it warms my heart to hear your voice again after all these years. Nero, is that you? You sound well. It would seem this savage land agrees with you. The highest-ranking tribunus of the 14th. It was you all this time? Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? What? You've lost me. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the academy, I have been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the two of us, yet that fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as a young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas non-Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend, your reputed genius gaining credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate. I who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of the great Cid, not bloody Garland. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord von Balsar saw fit to offer you a place at his side. And this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who has remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord von Balsar is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what do you... Ever since I first set foot in this benighted land, I have watched you, every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is of little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you. As have I, if truth be told, it is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultima weapon. It's kind of funny how he didn't catch it. Just let it plop on the ground. Should I succeed, Lord von Balsar will surely take notice. Besides this, Garland's achievements will be as child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. I feel like it's weird that, like, they've been hyping up these characters for a long time, and now we're just kind of taking them out one by one, all right next to each other, you know? It almost feels like we should have fought these guys, like, slowly over the course of the game. It is cool that we're learning more about them, but it's kind of all, like, just back to back, like, oh, so this is what this character is about. Okay, die. Okay, this is what this character is about. Okay, die. You know what I mean? It's still cool, though. Still enjoying it, but almost feels like we should have fought him, like, maybe one mission per guy or something. You might find it a handful. Wow. He's hitting us with puns? After that whole epic speech, now he's hitting us with puns? Ow. I have no idea how to dodge that. I don't even know what that tell was. Also, I'm dead. I don't know what that... Like, I couldn't even see the icon. I was gonna heal, and then I was like... Maybe I'll be okay. That circle that appeared was super fast. It's kind of cool to see a quicker one. I like how quickly you can just get back in. Like I said before, they have the ability to make these fights harder because you can just get right back in. It's not like I have to do the whole raid again, so I'm glad they're taking advantage of that and making them actually a challenge. Just not something I expected out of an MMO. Before today, I would have told you that every MMO is like some big, long raid where if you lose to the boss, you have to start all over. And, like, the idea is that you go in prepared to fight them, not that the actual fight is super difficult. I mean, I know, like, some raids in some games are, like, mega ultra difficult, but it's more about the whole experience of doing the whole raid and beating the boss and being prepared for it all and stuff. But this has more of like a... I don't know what to call it. Does this work? Nope. like, I'm not sure what to call it, but a quicker but redoable challenge in the vein of like a almost like a precision platformer game, but obviously not a platformer. I can't think of a good example in terms of like an RPG. Ow. Still have no idea how to dodge this. Punch, punch, punch. So it's a lot more of a modern thing to have difficult combat but forgiving retries. This changes nothing. Wow, they really hit us with the lights off, lights on. Heads up, 7-Up. Ah ha 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 ha, the ultimate weapon is activated and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might. Are you alright? But if Nero fled? Dang it. In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castrum Sentry. What hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the ultimate weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with aetheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? I'm missing anything, am I? The echelon. Now we're randomly voice acting? Okay. I mean, does that seem bizarre to anyone else? Like, how much longer does it take in the studio to read, like, 20 more lines to make this whole thing voice acted? Like, I get the whole game not being voice acted, but, like, they couldn't do 15 more lines to make this mission voice acted?
Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there.
It's very, and they're already timed.
Don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful.
Yeah, very strange. Very strange.
The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
It's Elevator Man.
Do you fight?
I can't say anything. I'm a player character.
Do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit. And and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors.
They're at a feast.
If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Swan, to grovel at their feet?
Let's go, Ren.
The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Epic. Yeah, the only thing I can think of in terms of the voice acting thing is that they set up the thing with the voice actors and they did all the voice acted lines, and then later they decided to add more dialogue. But that's a very non-Square Enix thing to do. Like, Square Enix has been in the game long enough to know not to do that. But given the budget of the game and everything, like, I could see that potentially happening. And I mean, that's the only thing that really makes sense. So that's probably what happened. They probably just... development changed. They had already done the voice acting lines, and then development changed, and they ended up changing a lot of things, and they used the lines that they had, but they had to add a lot more lines that they didn't have. But yeah, they could definitely go back and fix it now if they wanted to, but I mean, why do that when you can do new things? I understand that. But see, I've always made the argument that you need to make this part of the game the best as you can, because a lot of people are going to play this and quit before they get to the good stuff. So you gotta try to make this as good as you can. That means going back and adding some more voice acting. I feel like that's worth it. I do a lot of damage. Ow. I was standing in my teammate's bubble. Oh, almost 600 damage on that. Ouch, that hurt. Kill him. Oh no. He played us. Stay away, teammates. Okay. Ow. Got him. Wait, were we really that close to, like, did we almost one-cycle him? Like, before he did that move? I thought he maybe just automatically did that when he got low health, but I think we almost one-shot him. Oh, okay, he does automatically do it. Because I was close.
Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
I tell you what, man, they made this final mission insane. Like, imagine doing this with your buds. You'd have to be like, all right, you guys got the afternoon cleared out? Because this is going to take a minute. Well, it looks like we get a break here. Oh yeah, I'm sure some of the raids are even like way longer, but like in terms of what we've done so far, this one is so much longer than everything else we've done. Did it used to be twice as long? Oh my god. I mean, I remember the old Destiny raids I used to do were like hour and a half long sometimes.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
I think they were an hour, because I think there was a limit. I think there was actually a limit, an hour limit, if I remember correctly. You had to do them within an hour, which a lot of times we failed. Yeah, just look at all the things we've done in this game at this point, whereas in Final Fantasy XI we'd still be walking around fighting goblins. At level 20. I mean, not with the new experience, but even with the new experience, at this point in 11 we were like finally doing things of value. Okay, so yeah, they give you like a little break here, even though it doesn't make sense. You like straight up leave. Should we take? All right, I'm gonna see this through before lunch, but I am gonna run to the bathroom real quick before we start this. All right. Let's do this. Ultima weapon. You're going down. How's it going, Marsh? Also, thank you guys for the gifted subs. Yet and Seraphic. Thank you, thank you.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon.
He Angie. Kind of cool that this is just the fight. What is going on? Is that Titan? Oh, I see. Use Titan's attack. It's cool. This doesn't just feel like a random fight like the Dark Lord did. This feels like an amalgamation of like the game so far, because he's using all the different icon moves and stuff. This feels like a final boss. Right. What's happening? Alright. Very cool. Very neat. Idolin! Oh! Take that! That was epic. That's my Titan now. Uh-oh. Now we're going Garuda. Oh, that hurt. What the heck was that? Yeah, I was out of the yellow ring, but not the blue one. That's why I got thrown. The blue one's harder to see. That's a problem. Idling! That's my Garuda now. Should back the camera up a little bit. Actually see things. Going Ifrit now? Oh boy, haven't seen him in a while. That'd be cool if they brought back the thing I have to beat up. Kind of test your memory of how the Ifrit fight worked. I don't know if they'll do that or not though. Uh-oh. Idling! Help, Mom! That's Maya for it now. I have my limit break. I don't know if I should use it yet. I feel like there's going to be like a damage check at the end, because there tends to be in these fights.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima.
It's a very casual conversation.
The life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Law Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Asian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
Well, of course you do, because you couldn't do it yourself.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
I feel like that scene was such a momentum killer. It's like pause my epic battle just to have them like casually talk about things. The explosion was cool though. Oh yeah. Jam. Ow. Alright. I had a feeling I was supposed to do something with those orbs, but I couldn't target them, so I was like, alright, I guess it's fine. And I died. Maybe it was... yeah, maybe I got stacked. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. But I wasn't by my teammates. I didn't think. Like, I know this, you need to be away from your teammates. I agree. Given how forgiving these fights are, I should be dying a few times. Ow. Okay. Can I do something with these orbs? Ow. No, they just blow up if I go near them. Okay. Oh. Okay, I don't get this gimmick. Seems like I'm supposed to... Wait, did it say it increased my damage? It's not making it easier on me, is it? Better not be. What's the point? It's just gonna make it easier. That's dumb. Don't... Why? Why have a mechanic like that? That's terrible. It's already forgiving enough. Literally putting me right back in the fight. Why would I also want it to be easier? I'll have to learn how to turn that off, yeah. Still, even for... I mean, that's just dumb in general. Like... Way to ruin my experience of beating it now. I'm gonna be like, well, I didn't beat the real boss. I beat an easier boss. Wait, they blew up. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do? Huh. Okay, either you're supposed to be next to your teammates, or blowing up the orbs makes that do less damage, or both. Not sure which. This I will allow. Ouch. Whoa. That's a move. My teammates are so unkillable, it's ridiculous. They just take everything to the face and then They just don't care. I mean, they dodge some stuff, but... Like this, they're just standing on top of each other. Well, actually, no, that time they dodged it. They do be good dodgers, too. That time there weren't any orbs. Okay, but you also wanted destruction? I'm confused. About to get ultimate? Stop him! Stop him! Punch! 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 Yeah. I guess I could have limit braked too, but I didn't even have to. I get it now. Yeah, now I'm sad I didn't do it. When she said, you have strength beyond your limits, I didn't realize that meant I got like an extra limit break, but I wouldn't even notice, because I didn't need it. Monk power too strong.
Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Duty complete. Yeah, Gaius's whole thing is pretty interesting. How he's like, in order to break the cycle, someone has to rule. Like, yeah, it does make sense. Got him. Right. So he's got the spirit. Just went about it the wrong way. Kind of villain.
Pathetic. Pathetic.
It's cool too because it makes La Habrea seem more evil too. Like if they were trying to build up him as like the true villain, then they did it well because Gaius has more of a plausible but evil kind of thing, whereas La Habrea is just like evil.
You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
So now you're gonna actually fight us? Why didn't you just fight us with Ultimate Weapon and then you really would have won? Like I would just have to talk to him as if it's a mission. You got a mission for me, buddy? I don't think I got anything or anything, but... Oh, I can check out these legendary visors now. I forgot about these. I don't know if I even want them, though. No. They trash. An epic song. Sync to 60. What? Oh, items got synced to 60, but our level is still... But why though? Ow. This looks like the fight with Marluxia. Those little purple pits. Oh god, do I have to kill these? I can't target them, so... He's got a couple healths. These things move? I don't think they move. I think you just have to go over to where it's safe. Nice try. Not today. Whoa, that's not good. Ow. That hurt a lot. Oh. What this? I don't think we're gonna stop this in time. That don't seem good. I broke out and defended it. Still died. My crystals. Oh yeah, I'm Super Saiyan. Then the music just starts again. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I don't like this move. I don't know how to stop it. I don't think I do stop it. Uh-oh. If you kill him, he stops doing it? Okay, good to know. Thank you yet. I can't see anything. That boot shine just did 700 damage. Probably because of the power of the light. Kingdom Hearts is the light. Easy dodges. Easy dodges. My friends are my power. I don't really feel like it. I don't really feel like being gone. Think about that. 1,000 damage snap punch. Yeah, I noticed my health is like way higher too. I figured the gimmick was they gave me more power so I could actually destroy those orbs, but he hasn't done the orbs since they did this. Maybe he will now. Or maybe I win. You're in my realm now.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
Or fists of light.
What?
What? My friends are my power. Wait, do they all just... Ah!
Binds them. They are so many.
I mean, that was pretty friggin' epic. Very power of anime, but pretty friggin' epic, nonetheless. It was earned. That was an earned scene. I enjoyed it. My boy! He's alive! It always zooms in on the icon as if I don't know that it's him. Of course it's him. Why is the relationship between my character and this machine like the best relationship in the game?
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Here you go.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee.
Oh, come back.
Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
I was waiting for the Storm Scout to be like, we got out. The other ones are all official.
She's still in there.
Cid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
But weren't you guys with me 2 seconds ago when we were all like friendship power?
Damnation!
Or were those just your ghosts?
She's going to make it, I know she is. Ida is right. We must have faith.
Cid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn.
Hey, Connie, can you do me a favor? Can you speak a little quicker?
We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I know your whole thing is talking slowly, but like, we're kind of in an emergency situation.
I wholeheartedly agree.
But flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
No.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light her way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
Oh, it's all on Minfilia to save us now.
There!
Or she could just say there.
Oh!
Help!
Yes! The hero returns!
Get me off this thing.
Look! Thancred is with her!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn.
Welcome home.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Kind of a man bowl.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could,
Amatsu.
we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless,
In other words, this is an MMO. Keep playing, please. Please keep playing, I swear. This is cool stuff ahead. Just do some farming for a bit while we make the rest, please.
for now we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral.
Do not cancel your credit cards.
Grandfather, our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
You wouldn't want to disappoint Alphanod, would you? You better keep those credit cards on hand. That stupid boat icon.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Nah, it's really just me, let's be honest.
Let their shared victories serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The 7th Astral Era is come, and thus is ours a realm reborn.
Look at Dan Grid. I really like those three. I feel like they did a good job with those three. They're genuinely interesting. I feel like they should have given that speech to, like, more people. They were just giving it to us who, like, already know this. They need to give that speech to their people. Maybe they go back and give the same speech. Another thing I wanted to mention about that scene, for some reason, Meryl had her finger on the trigger of her gun. Like, she could have just held it by the handle. She didn't have to have the trigger ready to shoot. They were just doing a thing. Anyways. She's always ready to shoot, no matter what. Always got to be prepared. Yeah, to go along with what Mavic said, it's cool how I think this song is the song I heard at Distant Worlds when I went. They put like the way the cutscenes work is like you can do it with friends, but then in the cutscenes it's just you. So instead of like Final Fantasy XI, where they tried to make it like everyone is doing the story together, it's more of like everyone's working together for everyone to see their individual stories. Like it's a story, it's like a solo story, but you work together to all see it kind of way. Which I think fits more for this game, because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're playing a single player game, but together. You know what I mean? Which I like so much more than trying to write a story that like makes sense to have multiple people. like 11 was trying to make sense out of like, oh, everyone is just part of the soldier, you know, and then you all go together to fight the Dark Lord. Like, I just don't think you can write a really good Final Fantasy story when you try to make it make sense as an MMO. Like, it's got to stay as a game that makes sense in terms of like character development and your interaction and personality and emotional connection to characters and stuff. When you're all just nameless soldiers all doing the same thing, like, it just doesn't work as well. I mean, I'm sure there is a way to make it work, but it's just cool how, like, it does feel like a solo Final Fantasy story that you're just playing together. Now, you're still just a player character, and although you have a name, you're not, like, you know, you're kind of just the player character, but still. Yeah, so I think, you know what it is? I think it's not the same song, but Susan Calloway was at the Distant Worlds that I went to. She sung a different song, so I recognize her voice, but it's not the same song. I don't know if she's always, like, part of Distant Worlds or not, but she was at the one that I went to. So I have a list of stuff we're going to do. This is the end of the story in terms of Fantathon. I am going to continue with the story, just not part of Fantathon. But I have a list of stuff here that we can do that people told me would be a good idea to try, as in terms of just getting some more general Final Fantasy XIV things, experiences. So we're just gonna do a couple random things. There's not really any. It's not. You can't really call it post game, but I know what you mean. Like, there's some stuff that activates after this cutscene, but other than that, it's an MMO. You just do whatever you do at all times. But it is interesting how some of the stuff unlocks, specifically after this scene. So they did kind of give it a bit of like a, you're supposed to do the main story before you go do other stuff, but you certainly don't have to do it this way. But, like, apparently the hard dungeons only unlock after doing this. And I think someone said the Crystal Tower also only unlocks after this. So. Oh, in terms of Fantathon, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I want to do a couple things, but, you know, I have to end it somewhere because you could just keep playing forever. So. But we'll do a couple things. There's PvP with NPCs. That's interesting. No, Dirge of Cerberus is going to be next week. We have one final bonus game. One final bonus game before 15. And then that's it. The end is nigh. Anything to put off 15. Dirge is going to be really fun to play right before Rebirth comes out, so I'm pretty excited for it. It's a game I've always wanted to play through because I know most of the story from doing research, but I've never actually played through it. And I also owned it as a kid, so like, it's one of those games I've always wanted to go back and finish, but just never have. So it's kind of perfect timing right before Rebirth. And then we start from the beginning again. Back to Final Fantasy I. I had the idea of doing like a second Fantathon someday where we do like mods of each game, because like almost every game has a mod. That could be cool. But no, I have some plans. I have some plans. You will see when we get there. As for Friday series, you already know. We're going back to the old schedule of RPGs, mostly retro RPGs. We have a whole list that we've been creating throughout the entirety of Fantathon that we'll get back to, so. But yes, I have plans for the other Final Fantasy games. Let's go and travel. Gravon, thank you for the 41 months. So, I don't know, do I give my final thoughts on 14 now, or do I wait till post? I guess I always wait till after post-game. But, well, quote-unquote post-game. But in terms of that ending was really cool. I think it was definitely earned. Felt epic. I could imagine, well, nothing's going to change in the next 3 hours. I could imagine playing this when it first came out and taking 100+ hours to get to this point and having it feel pretty dang epic to hit credits, you know? So yeah, it was epic. I think some of the, well, I don't know. I was gonna say some of the pacing felt a bit weird, but like not really in a bad, like it was fine. It was all good. I definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, it took us like 70 hours to get here, basically. 65. How long, does anyone remember how long it took them to get to this point? Like, who played it right when it came out? Because people were saying before it was similar to 11, where everything was a lot slower, but I don't think it was as slow as 11. Was it? Like, I would imagine like 20 or 30 more hours, but maybe not. Maybe longer, but I don't expect anyone to really remember, but I would imagine it would take quite a while. Yeah. Well, the fact that it took so much longer to level up and there were more quests, I don't know. Maybe it was more like 120, 130 hours. Yeah. Well, and I was saying before, like, because of the extra XP, I was able to get all the way to the last section of quests before I had to start leveling. Whereas most people would have to do, like, some story quests and then immediately have to start doing side quests, so. So yeah, I mean, spending 120 hours in this game and then finally getting to this credit scene, I think it's pretty earned to have such an epic ending. Now, is it like, did it blow me away? No, I mean, it's just kind of your typical beat the bad guy. It's not your, it doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy plot where like everything came together and there was some big emotional moment and everything. Like, it was just kind of beat the bad guys. They tried to give it at least a little bit of an emotional somewhat with Thancred, but I don't think anyone really cares that much about Thancred. And like the reveal of Laha Bread was kind of cool, but like, yeah, I mean, it's not on the same level, nor do I expect it to be. It's an MMO. It's not a sit down and play RPG like your typical RPG, but you know, in terms of MMO stories, I feel like they did a great job building it up and having a cool payoff. Thanks, Papel. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like mind-blowing, but no, you know, that's where the expansions come in, and I fully expect that. Like, it reminds me of Final Fantasy XI a bit, only way better. Whereas Final Fantasy XI, they really tried to just make sure it was a working MMO, and the story was definitely on the back burner. Here, it doesn't feel as much like that, but it definitely was still. They wanted to tell an epic story, but they really wanted to just make sure that the world was interesting, the characters were interesting, people were invested in the game itself. And then with the DLCs, they could really tell like a super dedicated story. You know what I mean? So there's no wonder that everyone says like, make sure you play the DLCs. Because it makes sense, you know. They had so much to put together with this game. There was no way they were also going to give us a Final Fantasy X level, Final Fantasy VII level, Final Fantasy VI level story, you know? It was more about just setting it up. So, and I think they did that. I think they did that really well. I'm invested in like the world. I'm not as invested in the characters. Like, I like Minfilia. I like Thancred, I guess. I'm not really a big Thancred fan, but he's fine, I guess. I like the three head honchos of the kingdoms. I like the kingdoms themselves, like their themes and how the Ul'dah is about like power and money, and the pirates about freedom, and then the elves about the planet and security and peace. Like it's cool. Like I'm invested in all of that. Like I want to see where all that goes, you know? Not as much each individual character, but the general world, I feel like they did a good job selling it to me. So, and I think that's hard to do. I mean, it's not very often that I'm very like invested in a world. Honestly, like a lot of times I don't care as much about the lore of the planet. I care about I mean, you know me, I'm a character guy. I'm all about the characters. I like the characters. But this is a rare occurrence where I kind of like the world more than the characters. So I think they did a really good job with the world in this game. Because that's not usually what I enjoy, but that's definitely what I enjoyed the most out of this, I think. I said definitely and followed it by, I think, English. But yeah. Look at Sid back there with the drink. Hey, put down the bottle. We're taking a picture. Yeah, there's a weird balance between, like, being an MMO and making you feel like you're just a person in a bustling world of other people, but then also telling a story that's specific to you. And that's a hard balance to get right, and I feel like maybe it's not perfect, but they definitely did it better in this game than they did in 11. 11 just felt like you were lost in the sea of people the entire game, and then eventually they were just like, hey, go kill the bad guy. You know? Here it felt like there was a good balance between both. I feel like that's going to change in the DLC, though, from what I've heard. It seems like the DLC is way more character-driven and way more like a typical Final Fantasy story. But that works, because we already have the world built up. We already have the feeling of being a person in a huge world, so like they don't need to do that again in the DLC. They can just focus on the story. So that's exciting. Also, someone asked earlier if I'm going to stream any more 14. I will. Here and there, I'll stream stuff. I'm going to do some on my own, do some on stream. We'll do some community stuff together. You know, we'll do a little bit of everything. Maybe I'll do some DLC quests on stream. Just to experience some of the story with you guys. Then I'll do some off stream so I can experience it as a typical MMO that I can just chill and vibe with. We'll do some community stuff, do some raids together. And then I'll kind of get the whole experience. But for now, we're just going to do a little list of things to get like just a general feel for what post-game is like, and then we'll just end it there for Fantathon. Name entry, what? Oh. Wait, what is this? Meteor Survivors. Oh, is this like people that played the game before the 1.0 player? That's so cool. Wait, there were only this many 1.0 players? Yikes. For real? No wonder the game died. Holy moly. Yikes. I mean, it's longer than it. I mean, I was just seeing the letters. I guess I didn't actually see how long they are, but the fact they can even put them in a list shows you how little people played it. I'm guessing those are only the people that, like, completed 1.0, right? Obviously, yeah. Yeah. Or people that were still playing when it went off. Okay. Those are truly dedicated people. What happened in 1.0? 1.0 was so bad that they nuked it and started 2.0 as a new game. That's not a joke. It really was that bad. Yeah, I would imagine that would be so cool, man, to be a part of that. To be in the game when it got blown up. Very similar to, like, the Fortnite thing they did. Which, if you've never seen that Fortnite thing, you gotta check it out. You gotta see that. It's, like, one of the coolest things ever. So anyways, we're just chatting it up. How could this be happening already? It's been like 10 minutes.
What is it?
That roar. It can't be. Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
That's unfortunate.
Bahamul, move.
I was gonna say, it sounds like Bahamut. They didn't say it.
One Hazaz move star.
Fanzad lokpai ki hads Haldorn Zur, Ukdorn. We next starve Chemuv. They only cause the horse ride ball.
Someone else think La Habrea looks really lame. Like, all the other characters look so much more interesting. Thancred looked cooler in the stuff. He just kind of looks kind of lame. He just looks like a lame NPC. I don't know. Something about his face is just not interesting. In fact, when I saw him the first time, I thought he was just like a minion. You know what I mean? Like just one of the hooded minions. And I realized, like, no, he's the head honcho. Or at least what we think is the head honcho at the moment. I don't like his design at all. His lips aren't even interesting. He doesn't have like a cool facial feature or anything. He just a mouth. Zodiac, that's interesting. Is that Organization 13? And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there is light, there is always shadow. Okay, so wait. Was that scene added for, like, 2.1? Like, after... Was that added later, or was that always there? I'm curious. Does anyone know? That was always there as a teaser? Okay, that's what I was wondering. So, like, when you beat 2, it always shows that because they were working on 2.1. That's cool. It's cool that they had that planned. And it wasn't just like they added that to when 2.1 dropped. The whole gang's here. And they're clapping. Crazy ending. Still going on. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation of the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please do not unsubscribe. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm of this very star. Armor identification key. Placing it near your suit of Magitech armor will magically bring the machine to life. Legend states that whoever drinks this mysterious liquid before lying down for the evening will awaken a new man or woman. Grants you a single opportunity to edit your appearance. Most important item in the game. You can now fly while mounted in La Nacia, Thanalan, the Black Shroud, Corythus, Central Highlands, and Mordona. To take flight, simply jump while mounted. I want to fly! Okay, so... So is this the first 2.1 quest, I'm guessing? Like, this wasn't here when the game first launched? Okay. That's what I figured. That's cool. Alright. It's way past lunchtime. I don't know what I'm going to do with the episodes on YouTube, because there's supposed to be 4 more episodes. But, I want to fly before I go get lunch. Can I fly here? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, you can fly high. Holy moly. I was not expecting to be able to fly that high. That's wild. How do I go down? Uh-oh. I should have read the manual. Ah, there we go. Should have read the manual. Can I fly over this stuff? Oh my god, I can. Oh, you can also just aim where you want to go. Yeah, this is sick. I didn't expect it to be so, like, open. It's really cool. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on the Magitech armor. I'm gonna keep you guys in suspense. We're just gonna chill here for a minute. I'm gonna go get my lunch. Alright, we'll go get my lunch. Then we shall continue with our final double day of Final Fantasy XIV.